Hey Marvel fans, SYFY WIRE on the ground at D23 Expo, and you will not believe all the incredible announcements Marvel has done this weekend. Check it out. So you guys are both Captain America now. How's that dynamic gonna work out?
Hold on.
What
are you saying over there? You're just making up some things.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. Yes, we are, and it's working out pretty well. We share the suit. It's like a three-legged race with a shield.
Everyone knows you as Falcon, but are people gonna start calling you Cap?
I don't know. I think the moniker stands on its own. I think Chris will always be Captain America. I think the Falcon kind of steps in his own way.
Well, it's gonna be continuing from the last what you saw in Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they went off after that scene in the field. I think it's a bit of a everybody's trying to find their new spot.
What can you guys tell us about this new series?
Not much, but I'm very excited. I love playing Sharon, and I feel like we didn't necessarily get to explore as much of her as we could have because the movies are so big, which makes sense, but it's kind of nice that we'll have a better opportunity to really delve into, her background, who she really is, and outside of the confines of Cap,
We are so excited about What If, especially coming from the comics, now onto the big screen. What can we expect from it, and especially from your character?
So What If, the premise is, of course, if a crucial detail changed in the story, what the consequences would be. So in my episode, it's what if she took the super serum and became Captain Carter as opposed to Steve Rogers becoming Captain America. So she picks up the shield herself, and it's beautiful animation. They've made it. It's so beautiful to watch, but also it's very the expressions on everyone's faces is just it's recognizable and it feels real. It's very kind of emotive and just beautifully done. They've done it so elegantly. So of course, 10 years later, I'm still here saying, yes, okay, I'll come back. Yeah.
And I feel like Peggy is the perfect character to say, what if? We saw her in Captain America, we saw her in Endgame, and I feel like there's so much in between that we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Is this basically going to kind of fill a little bit of that gap?
Well, I suppose so. I mean, it's an ulterior, alternative universe in that, we know from, like, say, the Winter Soldier that she passes away when she's like in her 90s, and if you're following that kind of parallel thread, then she's gone through the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. She's done like the shoulder pads, the big hair. She's probably at Woodstock, all the cool stuff that would be great to see as well. But this is a kind of a parallel, as if she had actually none of that had ever actually happened, and that she'd actually had the chance to be the center of the story.
That is so cool. And if we're seeing her as Captain Carter, then obviously she must be doing a lot of fighting, and I think that's going to be really important for, especially young girls to be able to watch this.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing some of the people here cosplaying Captain Carter, and knowing that that's something that a lot of the girls are going to love seeing, and the guys too, that she's very capable. And the animations, when I saw it, I loved how strong they made her look. They made her look entirely capable of the action that she is required to do in it.
We spoke with the director and the head writer of the show.
Good.
They
Did they
told
tell
us
you
that
what's
it
going
is
on?
basically a throwback to classic sitcoms.
Yes, it's true. It begins.
True. We
as a-
didn't lie earlier today. We didn't lie.
It's a mashup between American sitcoms throughout the decades, and then tumbles into a sort of chaotic, messed up story that then ends up in sort of the more familiar epic Marvel movie action world. How was that?
That was really great.
And I love the streaming world. You want to do something bold and original and completely new, and oftentimes that means a complete tonal scramble, like you said. And I think we have a really, really awesome pot that we're pouring a lot of really cool stuff into.
And how are the actors fitting into this scramble?
Oh gosh, I mean, they're just so game, like they've been living with these characters for so long, and to have the opportunity to really dig in and to see them in new lights, they're very excited.
Kat, you're obviously in Thor. We have you, Randall, from Ant-Man. You are a new addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is incredible. But how does this work? How do you guys end up with Wanda and Vision?
We have the same questions, don't we?
They've told you nothing.
We know some stuff.
Know a little.
Nothing we can share, but I will say that it's very, very exciting. As a fan of the MCU, I would watch this a lot.
Yeah. I'm getting a subscription to Disney Plus as soon as I can just to watch this show.
And how about joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe in a live action?
No, I'm thrilled. My kids are so excited. I have a lot of catching up to do because I haven't, to be totally honest, done all my homework in terms of remembering all the characters' names. It's a lot for Mama.
So exciting. Loki is such a highly anticipated series. What can we expect from it?
We're going to take him on a really exciting new adventure into a new part of the MCU, and just that we're going to get to spend a long time with him, which is really exciting because we're going to reveal just really spend time with the character.
Yeah, it's a character that we've seen, over the course of several movies over 10 years. We've never really gotten to spend time with him alone. And because it's TV, we're going to get to live with him in those quieter moments and everything, which I just think for a character as complex as Loki, it's really thrilling for us as creatives.
But as far as we know, Loki's dead, but he did steal the Tesseract. So are we picking this up in maybe an alternate universe? Is this a before thing? Are you able to tell us?
All we can say, we're gonna pick up from where he took the Tesseract, and
Yeah, what happens after that? I don't know.
Oh, that is so exciting. Okay, so there's a lot of mischief that I feel is going to be happening here. What is the coolest part about working with a character like Loki?
I think because he's, like we were saying earlier, he's so complex. It's that quote, it varies from moment to moment. You don't know what decision he's going to make, which as a viewer, Michael as a writer, me as a director, that's exciting. That's good drama, it's good storytelling.
And then I think it's the investment the fans have in Loki. He is so beloved, and I think folks really see themselves in him. He's kind of an outcast, just trying to fit in and trying to figure out who he is and who he wants to be. And so that's exciting. He's a character that people love, and we're trying to do him justice, but at the same time surprise people.